Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel and my art studio. I am Mrs. B, your Catholic art teacher. Boys and girls, I don't know how to start really, because last week you did a lovely painting of the Berry Lake and I was absolutely blown over by the work the children submitted to me. I saw Shaquante straight up did it live and I saw it. Wonderful progress. I'm really proud of you, Shaquante. And Jalen, you know, I love that painting you did of Jesus crucified. And I just want to say well done to you all. But I want to give a special shout out to Brittany Lewis. Oh my goodness, Brittany did everything. She did the pop art and she did it very well. She did the rooster, she did it very well. And all the other work that I gave her so far this term. I'm really proud of you, Brittany. I know that you have great potential in the arts, so keep it up. And boys and girls, this is a picture of the crucifix that we did last week as well. And Brittany, your painting of the Berry Lake blew me out. It was really magical. That's all I can say to describe it. Well done. And I'm really impressed with all of those who are showing me your work and sharing with me. God bless you all. You're doing marvelous. And if you just continue with practice and patience, you will be successful. So boys and girls, today we're going to draw an eye, but a human eye. But this human eye, it's going to be, we're going to use the color wheel as part of this eye. So that's why I have here already drawn a picture of the color wheel. So boys and girls, let's get started. So the first thing I want to do, I want to draw a circle. Let me see, is that too big? I think I'm going to use this. It will be not the full eye, just be a partial eye. But then this, I'm going to draw this. This is going to be the eye, or the iris, the part where the iris is. And then we're going to draw another circle, which I'm going to do it free. I'm just going to do a freehand circle right here. And that's the pupil. So this is going to be the eye. And then, boys and girls, below we're going to have the eye, the shape of the eye now. And then we're going to go all above here like that. And we're going to go like this, boys and girls. And we're going to meet the eye like that. And so I'm going to have another, that's to show the fold of the skin. And boys and girls, I'm going to have another part here, coming here to show where the eyelashes are going to be formed. And yeah, I'm going to use paints now to elaborate my painting. So boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and use the different paints. Get your paintbrush, which I had just a minute ago. Just wet my paintbrush. You notice that my paintbrush has a little tip, but it still has a wide enough body to cover a big amount of area. And so boys and girls, the color wheel. We're going to have the color wheel. I'm going to paint in the color wheel. So I have already put in some of the nice bright colors of the color wheel, and I'm going to go ahead and paint this all in. So we have red, after red is orange. Wash the paintbrush, wipe it with your rag, start a new color, orange. This time the orange, we want it to be a magnificent orange, really bright, not too red. Okay, and so we're going to go here with the orange, lovely. And it's okay, I'm going to overlap mine, so that's fine. You know, you can overlap. So you're going to have the red, the orange, like that. Wash the paintbrush. Scrape out any excess if there is any to give. Orange. I'm going to do yellow. Wipe the paintbrush. And yellow. Do yellow now. Lovely bright yellow, boys and girls. And then after that, we're going to do green, then the blue, and then the purple. So there you go, boys and girls. Here are the colors of the different colors in the color wheel. Next thing I want to do now, boys and girls, I'm going to go over the eye to create the lid and so on with black. So we're going to get our black paint out. We're going to get my little mini palette that I usually use for me to do my tints and shades. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in some black paint so that we'll be able to paint the outline of the eyes. So I'm going to put that right here so that it's not too far away. And we'll bring down that. So we wash our paintbrush, wipe the excess water, we just use a little bit of the black like that, and we're going to go ahead with, we need a very fine line, so I'm just going to scrape the sides of it so that I can get my nice point. You know, sometimes you have to really try to get it so that you can get the nice point. And then you go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over the lines that I have painted. So I'm going to go here. I'm in a little awkward position because usually I would use my paper and I'd be able to swirl it around without any problem. So I'm going to just, you know, this position is quite uncomfortable for me, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So I got this. I'll start from this way going down. Okay, like that. Doesn't matter if the line gets a little bit thicker. That's okay. And then I'm gonna go on this, which is going to be the lash line, this line here. So I'm just going to wet my brush again. I'm going to try to go as very light as I possibly can, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring that up like that. And boys and girls, let's just try to connect this like that, okay, and connect this like that. Good. And then what we're going to do, boys and girls, I'm going to just thicken the line a little bit more, and as it's going down towards the other side where the tear duct is, you're going to just taper it and make it thin like that. Good. It's gonna be a black and white wash with grey. So let's continue. And I take some more black and I'm going to do the, this is the crease of the eye. So I'm going to work with this crease of the eye. But I want to make the crease like a little grey colour. So I'm going to go ahead and take some white and put over here. I have to be very careful because I don't want to mix it. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some white there, and then I'm going to mix with what I have on my paintbrush. Good. I think that's good enough, right? And I'm going to do my the line, the brow line, where my lid is, right where the lid is. I'm going to put a line going across. It's a very light grey colour. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Alright. Good. And then I'd like to use that very same grey to do, this is where the lash, the little line that meets the eyeball. So I'm just going to go ahead and create this line like that. All right. Good. And all this is the shape of the eye. This is the actual whites of the eye. And I just want to put a little bit of grey into it and add a little bit of darker grey here. Just going to add a little bit of depth like that. That's all. Just mix it up. And then I'm going to do the same here. Wash my paintbrush and just use the water and just to mix the excess paint that I have, the residue of the paint, and I should say, that is in my brush. And I still want to go ahead and I want to go on my eyeball a little bit. And just to add a little grey, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little grey going along or over and around here, like that. Let's just do this again. Yeah, I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I can put this aside and maybe have this so that you can see it better, and I have a better room for me to move. And I'm going to go ahead and create a darker shade here like that. And then just create a darker shade up there like that. Because boys and girls, I'm going to continue with this colour for the very light wash going up this way. Okay, so yeah, we got that. Just gonna, so let me just add a little bit of a dark line going around the if you look at your eyes very carefully, it usually has this a dark line that goes around the circumference of your eye. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that for mine, trying to create depth for my eye, get the colours to all mingle in because it hasn't quite fully dried. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint a window here like that, but put all the rest in black. I'm going to put a window right there, and I'm going to continue that window in my iris. Okay. And so boys and girls, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this to dry and I'll get back to you. Okay, boys and girls, it's nice and dried now. I've come back with a nice clean water. I had to empty my water and put fresh water because when you use black, it makes the water very muddy very quickly. So what I'm going to do, boys and girls, I can see around here we need to add some shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and add some black, a shade of black over the colors like that, so that it will continue like that and like that. And so boys and girls, we're going to what I want to do now, I'm going to, so we can see that this, the color wheel goes all the way here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a tinted version of each color. So I'm just going to add water. I'm not going to add white, but water to the red to just dilute it a little bit for this part, not in the eye, just on the outside. So that would be where the flesh would be. So the lid and the butt and all, this is all part of your face, different parts of your face. So I'm going to start here. We got red, so I'm going to go ahead and get the red, add a lot of water, and then I'm just going to continue this line going up like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, and then you just paint that in like that, because that's all continuing the red from the color wheel, and then the red stops right here. Okay, I'm just going to do it like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the orange and all the other different colors of the spectrum. So there you go, boys and girls. I have painted all the outside of the eye in the tinted version of the colors, and I'm going to add a little bit of white. So let me just bring this down here. A little bit of white, just wipe my paintbrush a little bit for the excess of paint. A little bit of white to this grey mixture here, and that's just for me to add a layer on this part of the eyelid. So I'm just going to add some water to it and just I'll add this layer to this part of the eyelid like that. Just take some more of that, going all the way around to the end like that. I'm just going to add a little bit of tint to the color, and so black came, which wasn't what I wanted to do, but it doesn't matter. We just take some more white, just go over it just a little bit, just to show, yeah, you're not supposed to be black coming here, but it happens, so we're just going to work around that. And then we're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to put this to the bottom lid of the eye. So I'm going to get some of that white paint again, mix it with a little bit of black, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that right here. I don't know if it's not enough paint I'm putting, but it's not going on how I want it to be. So let me just wash my paintbrush, wipe it a little bit, add much more white to the mixture, so that when I go from this side now, it will make an impact. That's better. Better. Okay. And then just do that white over this part again. Like that. Good. And then, boys and girls, I'm going to, I want to add some of that grey mixture around the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to add some of that grey white. I need to add more white to this. So I'm going to wet my paintbrush, dab it dry, and take some of that and just go on here. That's what I want to do, just to add a little bit. And notice that there are some areas that I didn't even touch. I want to leave it like that. Let's just do the same for some places here. Wash your paintbrush, dab it dry, and then you're going to go ahead and do the same thing on that side. Right. Just go ahead and do that. Good. I think I'm quite satisfied with how it's looking right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it dry so that it doesn't smear, and then I'm going to add the lashes and the finishing touches to this. Let me just add a little bit of grey. Just take some grey here, because I just notice you need to add that grey, it's important. And get that grey here. Just want to add that dark kind of color, black, to just emphasize that it has to be a bit darker than how we have it right now. And we're going to go on this end as well and do the same. Okay, and then we're going to do that as well to this side. And then I'm going to let it dry, and then we're going to add our finishing touches to this painting of the colour wheel eye. That's fine. Yeah, I want to add a little bit of darker grey to this crease, so I'm going to go ahead and add a very fine line like that, just to show that that's the crease where the eyelid is able to close the eyes. And just turn it to the side a little bit so that I can make this line a bit more thicker. And then, oh, it's a little bit too thick, doesn't matter. Look at that. Alright, I think that's fine. I'm not going to add too much to spoil it. I'm going to leave this to dry, and then I'll get back to you, boys and girls. I just saw something here that needs a wipe. Wash your paintbrush, wipe it well, wash it again, because the black can stain the paintbrush. I'm going to take some white and I'm going to dab some whites here. I'm going to dab some whites there, like that. I also want to add a bit of white right here, like that, just to that spot there. And I do want to emphasize this and paint this black over again. I actually want to paint another window coming right here like that, so it's like a double window effect on the eye. So I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to add some layers on top of that over and over until I get the effect that I really want. And when it's all dried, I'll get back to you, boys and girls. So boys and girls, it is dried, nice and dry, and I'm going to add some black and the finishing touches to create this eye and make it come to life. So boys and girls, I'm going ahead and I'm going to change my brush to this beautiful detailed brush. I'm going to wet it. I'm going to add black to it. Don't want it to be too watery. Make sure you wipe your your brush before each time you add. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and draw some straight lines like this. And I also want to add some dark lines around the eye like this. And then I'm going to change over my brush again because I see the shadow. I need to add that shadow right there, like that. Good. I need to add that shadow. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead with my I want to take away that orange shade that has appeared on my grey color here. I'm just going to take it away a little bit by adding white to it. And then I'm going to make it dry again. So I'll see you after it's dried. There you go, boys and girls. It's lovely and dry now. And I'm going to add the finishing touches. I added some white streaks and some white streaks here, and I went over it with the different colors of the spectrum. And I added a tint of blue and orange to create this lovely brown color, just to make it look like it is a human eye I'm trying to create. So I've got this paintbrush, which is quite a stiffish brush, so that I can do the eyelashes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wet my paintbrush like that, and I'm going to paint in my eyelashes. So you're going to see it's going to be I'm going to make it go out in an organic way, curved. I'm not doing straight lines. If you notice, when I'm doing eyelashes, they're in a curved way. I'm going to do it. So boys and girls, that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm going to go all across the eye with this stiff paintbrush that I have to create the illusion of the eyelashes. And I'm going to put some here like this, but it's going to be going straight up like that. Little curve as it's going to the sides like that. All right. And I'm going to do the same for down below. And then I will see you when I am completed this task. Let me just do a couple for you to see. So I'm going down this way, and I'm just trying to do the same effect that I did above. So it's curved lines going towards the tear duct. There it is, boys and girls. the human eye color wheel. Can't wait to see your eye, and I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to share with me. Bye.